Good evening, everybody. Joseph Enslow here. On Lane Road. I'd just say, first off, thank you for not pulling that email about the fossil gas thing again. I think we've heard enough of that one. I just actually speak on 10.3. I don't think I had another one written down, but we'll go with that one. This is the reimbursement of legal fees in relation to the conflict of interest policy. I had a little read through it, and I found the report from, I believe it's a local lawyer or firm that was talking about what if, like a mayor or council or someone like that has a bias? What if, the term they say is, what if your mind is closed on a particular matter? How is that turned into liable? And of course, is that a conflict of interest? Could that be if your mind is closed and you're unwilling to hear different viewpoints or maybe hear the community input? Does that turn into something else? And I'd like to pitch a few things forward that might support that. Our council policy, Statement 1, Section 1.1, under integrity, states that upholding the public interest and making decisions in the best interests of the community. That was a pretty interesting piece of feedback, as we define community as a social group with common territorial base. So essentially, our community is in North Cowichan. So one of our own policy statements is that committees and council members should uphold public interest and make decisions on the best interests of the community. So we'll leave that one as it is. The second one I would like to bring up is the policy statement 1, section 1.2, accountability. Point D states that listening to and considering the opinions and needs of the community in all decision making. And I'll stress that it says in all decision making. I'd like to throw a quote in there, I think directly related to the policy, comes from Mayor Douglas from a few weeks ago, stated, "We welcome your input, but if your goal for us is to totally abandon these initiatives," talking about climate action, "I would suggest your best option is to try to elect a different council in the next election. That is the democratic process." I would be curious to know how that fits into the considering the needs of the community, and of course listening to. The third point I'd like to add in there, if the time allows me to, is policy statement 1, section 1.3, under respect. It states that valuing the distinct roles and responsibilities of local government staff and community and local government, considerations on operations, and committing to fostering a positive working relationship between staff, public, etc. But it states valuing the distinct roles and responsibilities. I'm curious how the mayor's statement of try to elect a different council in the next election falls in line with that policy. Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to the next speaker.